Fuck yeah, give up for me.
Jason!
Hey, this lady right here is just like my grandma. Her head's back, now listening to me, just like my grandma did to me my whole life. Man, can you turn around and look at me like I'm something? This brings back a horrible memory. I got PTSD. I got you not looking at me. They're fucking making out over there. They're about to fuck by the door right there, by the way. They're about to fuck. I saw them. Haley Grace over here. A very attractive woman, by the way, and she's single, so you know what that means. She's crazy as fuck. Woo! She said, I'm completely single. I was like, I'm completely away from you, you crazy bitch. I'm out here. With that chest, there's no way you're single. Jesus Christ. This is Grants Pass. Go to Cave Junction, you can get plenty of guys in a trailer. Jesus Christ. Grants Pass, there's a thin line between Grants Pass and Cave Junction. It happens about Salmac Lake, right?
She's from Cave Junction. She is
a
CJ girl.
Yeah. Hey, when you're good, you're good. You know what I'm saying? That's paying homage to my boy DJ K. Hi! Yeah. Woo! I'm not single at all. You can look at me. I'm not single. I'd be in the gym a lot if I was single. But I did just turn 41 fucking years old, and it's freaking me out. It's freaking me out. I turned at the end of the year. I turned 41, and I'm fucking. I don't know. You know what I mean? Like I'm like, do I buy a Harley? I don't know what I do right now. Like I don't know. Like I'm just stretching randomly. I'm stretching in the house, making sure my hammies are loose just in case of a fire. I gotta save one of these fucking kids. You know what I mean? Like listen, if I got out of bed real quick one morning and someone broke in my house and I couldn't turn my head and he beat my ass and the cops were like, hey, what happened? I'd be like, dude, my back. Did he hit me back? No, it's my back hurt, and he beat the fuck out of me. He was a midget. I'm like, I know, dude. I couldn't do anything. I'm 41. What do you want from me? I'm 40 fucking one, dude. In my house, I strategically have heat mats placed all around it. You know what I mean? Like in that couch, my bed. I don't know why you guys aren't laughing. You're old too. Like, yeah. I mean, come on. You're at least 40, right? You're at least 40. What, 51? Damn, okay. Hey, she's single. Like, he looks good for 51. Damn. I mean, 51, he's well established. It's way better than everybody in Cave Junction. No wonder you're single. You were like, fuck these dudes. Look at these guys. They're all tweakers. All of them. I want to move to Cave Junction so I can go to the store in pajamas and not feel guilty. You know what I mean? When I wear pajamas in Medford, I look like a fucking tweaker, you know? So I'm like, I gotta go wink up. Fuck it, I'll go wink up. This is ridiculous. 41 years old. I'm too old for this shit, you know? It's scaring the shit out of me. I don't know what happened. Is there any 40-year-old? Hey, raise your hand if you're over 40 years old. Yeah! Right? Hey, didn't it not just happen, like where you're on cell phones and you know how they work, and all of a sudden, is this dude just talking right in front of me? Are those my tips? Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. I'm sorry, Mel Gibson. I take it back. Give me those tips. I'm sorry. Keep giving those tips. Hey, tip me, goddammit. I got 4 kids. I do have 4 kids. And like I told you, I am old, so I do stretch my back a lot. I get out of bed. I got out of bed the other day a little sharp. I loaded the dishwasher a little aggressive, couldn't turn my neck for 2 weeks. You know what I mean? My back has let me down so many times in my life that I was having sex with my wife during COVID, and guess what? I got a 3-year-old. You know what I mean? Backseat stuff. Didn't know what to do. Oh, baby, we're going to put the crib right there. I don't know what to do.
There you go. All I got was a $20 bill.
That's what I'm talking about, dude. That's what I'm talking about. Hell yeah.
Hey, you're welcome.
Yeah, I appreciate it. Don't yell at me again. Jesus Christ. Calm down. Jesus. Fucking Australian people are nuts, right? Mel. Is he drunk? Can't cuss out his daughter and shit. There's a lot of talking, man. Where is that talking coming from? You're 51 and you're talking, dude? Who's talking? I'm gonna fight everybody in here. I'll burn this fucking place down. I know it's new.
We said Poop Deck Tavern, Hermosa Beach.
Poop Deck Tavern!
You're gonna ruin. Mel, just get the fucking tip jar and go over your mouth and go around and give me some tips. Hey Mel, you didn't even go outside. Can you go outside and give me some fucking tips? You didn't even try.
You gotta be more Braveheart. Tip are big enough.
Casey.
I thought it was good, man.
41 years old. So I figure I have half my life left, right? 41, they say what average? 78 for men, right? So I figure I have half my life left, so I'm like, I'm gonna make some changes, you know? So after the first of the year, I was telling my wife, I'm gonna hit the gym. I'm gonna try to be healthy for the next leg. You know, the first leg is tough, you know? The next leg, I wanna be healthy. But then I get winded on the way to the door. I'm like, I'm just gonna have a beer. I already made it halfway through. we'll let the other work itself out, you know? Yeah, I'm too fucking old, man. And I just, the problem is being about old, right? Is like, I see my mother, and my mother is so fucking clueless. My mother has no idea how to use anything online, nothing, right? She sent a picture on Instagram, and this is what it looked like. I said, Mom, you know you just sent a picture. I don't know how I did that. I don't know how I did that. But the problem is, every 2 fucking weeks, my mom calls me and says, Jason, I know you're mad at me, but why did you change the HBO Max password? And I'm like, Mom, I didn't. You know what I mean? Like, I didn't. She's like, I know you did. And I was like, I know you're mad at me. And I was like, no, Mom, I'm not mad at you. I didn't change the fucking password. Relax. Right? And she goes, okay. Well, can you send that to me? And I said, yeah, Mom, fine. 3 days later, my sister messaged me. Hey, Jay, I know you're mad at Mom, but can you give her the password for HBO Max? I said, I'm gonna kill both you bitches if you don't shut the fuck up. What is going on right now? My mom thinks I'm a mastermind. I just sit back and just type these fucking passwords like, ah, fuck her, enter, new one. Like, God damn it, Mom. I was afraid to tell my mom that joke, right? I was afraid because I didn't want her to feel like I was making fun of her. So I said to my mom, I was like, listen, Mom, I got a joke for you. So she listened to it and she laughed. She's dying. She's like, that's so funny, it's so true. She's like, I'm so proud of you. You know, you did really good. I'm so fucking proud of what you've done in this short amount of time and accomplished. I knew you would do it. She's like, I just have one thing I want you to remember and I want to ask you. And I said, what is that? She goes, read that HBO Max password. You know what I mean? I was like, Mom, you're a piece of shit. I don't know, Mom. You know what? My family's all worthless. All worthless. I actually, at 13 years old, I moved in with my grandparents. That's why I knew exactly what you were doing. Like, fuck this guy. I would get a haircut. I'd get a wedge haircut. I'd walk in. My grandma was like, where'd they get the old supercuts? What the fuck is that? You know, my life was miserable, I'm saying. Like, I could not sneak out. 13 years old, my grandparents pretty much adopted me. So I was raised by 60-year-old people. It was really weird. But what I'll tell you is, my grandparents act like they love me, and I love them. I love them like they were my parents. That was my mom and dad. But until I was 30 years old, I didn't really find out how they felt about me, you know? And here's how I found out. My grandparents were drinking one night. I called my grandpa and I said, hey, Grandp, I'm coming to town next week. I want to see you. I want to hang out with you and Grandma. You know, I want to hang out. And he's like, that sounds great. That sounds great. We're going to expect you, and you stay the night here, and we'll spend the day together. And I said, perfect, Grandpa. And I said, I'll talk to you later. He goes, I love you. I said, I love you too. We hang up the phone. Well, the problem is my grandpa didn't hang up the fucking phone. Oh, no. My grandpa left the phone on, and he's sitting drinking 7 and 7s. And my grandma says, who was that? And he goes, oh, Jason. What'd he say? Nothing, he's fucking worthless. We should have saved him. He's just like his mom. We should have just left him. And I'm like, Grandpa, this is how I heard it. You sure he's a worthless? Make me another 7 on 7. This guy's worthless. And I'm yelling in the back of the phone. Now my wife is sitting next to me listening to this, and I'm like, Grandpa, stop! Stop! My mom was in tears, stop! Like, I don't want to hang up though, because I want to know what he really feels about me, you know? And I was like, I don't want to hang up, but I want to listen. I was like, no, it's too much, it's too much. He called me a worthless bastard. He called me a worthless bastard one time. One time I called him up and he answered the phone right simultaneously. Have you ever done that? Where you call somebody and they're like, I was just calling you. You ever done that? I did it, but he had answered. And he goes, oh, it's Jason again. Before I even knew I was on the phone, he goes, this motherfucker's probably telling me he's broke, he wants some money again, he's worthless, all this shit. And I was like, Grandpa, I just heard all that. And he goes, oh shit. He goes, how are the kids? You can't do that, bro. You can't say that about me and then ask how your grandkids are. That's not how this works. Jesus Christ. He's like, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to do that. Me and your mom, me and your grandma, we drink 7 and 7s, we start talking shit on you. That's what we do.
So how much do you need?
Yeah, God, man. Getting old sucks, you know? Getting old sucks. I do have 4 children at the house. But I told you about the 3-year-old accident because of my back. But yeah, these 4 children are driving me nuts. Like now I understand when I'm sitting on the couch, and man, you'll understand this. When I'm sitting on the couch and I'm closing my eyes and my kid's going through, are you asleep? No, I'm resting my motherfucking eyes. Get the fuck away from me. Now I understand what that is. Rest that eyes, it's just all of it goes away, you know? My kids are gone, everybody's gone. I don't have to murder them, I don't have to put them in the van again. But I've called CPS on myself to get a long weekend for my kids. Anybody ever done that? It works. You might have to shoot heroin, but you know it works. Yeah, my kids are crazy. My 3-year-old I think is a Nazi. I call her Das Baby around the house, and she talks to me in German. I don't know what the fuck she says. I don't have patience. I'm 41. I don't know what she tells me. I don't love you. I need water. I need this. You know, says all this bullshit to me. I can't stand it. I can't keep up with her. I was at the football game in Medford. And I was at the football game in Medford, and I'm standing there, and she takes off running. So I go after her, right? And I'm like, God damn, I'm too old for this shit. I grab her, and I finally get her, and there's an old man sitting there with a cane. He looks at me and goes, you better hurry up. Grandpa's gonna catch you, young lady. And I was like, you old motherfucker. This is my daughter, all right? And I looked at him, and I tightened my Velcro fucking New Balances, and we got the hell out of there. This bastard. I'll leave you with this little insight on my life. My 15-year-old came up to me the other day, and he said, Dad, I think I'm bisexual.
Nice.
And I said, son, aren't you a virgin? And he said, yeah. And I said, so you've ever been with a guy? No. You ever been with a girl? No. I was like, no, son, you are a trisexual. You try one, and then we'll figure that shit out. You know what I mean? That's like saying I'm a switch hitter in baseball. Well, you hit both sides, never hit a baseball, but I can go both sides, right? Left and right. 300 up the middle, bitch. I was like, you gotta try it before you figure out what you want, right? You know, I tried guys a little bit. I ain't gay. No, I'm just kidding. I didn't try guys. No, I didn't. Hey, I ain't gay, but $20 is $20. Anybody got it? You know what I'm saying? I'm just kidding. Inflation, $30 is $30. Fuck it. I ain't sucking dick for $20 anymore. You crazy? That's only like 5 gallons of gas. Fuck out of here. That's not even getting me a shady coke. You know what I mean? Fuck out of here with that shit. My son says to me, he goes, Dad, if I was bisexual, would you judge me? And I said, no. He's like, would you treat me different? I said, of course not. You're my fucking son. You're my blood. I love you. I'm proud of you. Whatever you are, I accept you. And he goes, like, you wouldn't think anything different of me? I was like, no, for sure. I was like, I would just, probably love your brother more. You know what I mean? I mean, just because I want to carry it on. So anyway, that's my time. Jason Webb, thank you, everybody.